Hey everyone, you're here with Ashley and Goran, the Kickdawgz from Kickdawgz, and thank you for joining us once again on our European Football Live show. It's Monday, it's the first day of the week. Ashley, we did put out that double on Twitter, and I'm not even disappointed. I'm just angry at myself for pushing previews and plays on Monday when there's literally nothing happening, and I
Yeah.
always do that.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think it was a bad bet. Malmo, especially at home, they're typically a pretty dependable side. But that Elfsborg team, it's like I kind of thought I liked your bet with the money line because I kind of thought if you were taking Malmo -1 or Elfsborg +1, I think you were just kind of my thought pre-match was that you're kind of betting into a push either way. Yeah, it ended 1-1. So I really did like Valencia on the plus 0.5, but I ended up with taking a +1 because we still got plus money. Yeah, I just really liked them in that spot. But I mean, I liked Malmo. They conceded in the second half. It looked good in the first half, but we've been hitting a lot of them, so not going to hit all of them.
I don't know what was with the odds on that Rayo and Valencia game. Rayo Vallecano was somehow pretty big favorite in this one, and
Yeah,
I didn't understand why Valencia didn't have any injuries. They are in much better form,
right.
and Huddersfield just scored a second goal.
Did they?
I'm
Now
happy for you.
on my premiums. I mean,
I'm happy for
trust me,
you,
I
but I'm
wish it was
sad for me.
Luton Town. Yeah, I loved your bet. I was this close to putting BTTS in because it was such a great price, but there was a double I was wanting to put it in with that. It was just kind of a little bit too juicy. So I was cowardly and I went for the over 1.5 instead. However, your both teams to score absolutely should have been a slam dunk because, like I said, Adebayo missing a
Yeah.
penalty kick is, yeah, you should have had that in the 70th minute and been done with it. So,
Yeah, that would have been my profitable day because I did hit a double with I had Osnabrück over 2.5 in Germany and I had Bologna over 1.5, so that was plus 125 double.
oh, nice.
I did lost double because of Malmö as well. I had them on the money line and over 1.5 in that Hallstatt's in the second Swedish league,
Yeah.
and then BTTS in this Huddersfield and Luton Town. Who
That
knows?
was,
Maybe
yeah,
they
you
score.
was juiced to the both teams to score no, but I'm with you. And you and I, we didn't even talk about that one pre match. So that's kind of interesting that we were both liking both teams to score. I do a lot of singles. I've been getting more value though with doubles. I've just been good at kind of manipulating the numbers where I want them. I started to regret it though if Huddersfield hadn't scored again. It gets a little tricky, playing doubles, but I just feel like I want the numbers where I want them and not where the books want them. But like I said, yeah, we were almost both pissed off on the same thing because we were both loving both teams to score in that one.
Now I hear congratulations are in order. You hit your parlay again yesterday, and it's 3-1 now. Although my book
Well, I
hasn't
got I got lucky.
my book hasn't processed Saint Gillois yet. I'm not sure what's happening with that game. It says abandoned,
Yeah, you know
so
what? So
technically I still have a shot if they
you
if
do.
they process it as a push or something.
Yep, you
I don't
do.
know.
And I hope that does happen because I don't know. Like I didn't watch a replay or anything, but I know that what was it? Like fan interference or something?
Yeah, apparently a lot of fans. Was that the last game of the season in Belgium?
I'm not sure, but yeah, wasn't it like fan interference, like rushing the field or something like that?
Yeah,
Maybe
because I
maybe they
think
were
that
all on the same bet that we were, and they just decided to screw that up because they didn't want to lose the bet.
Saint Gillois secured the winning spot, the top spot. I think it does say abandoned here, but I guess we'll see maybe later
Well, I
on
mean, if the
today.
book hasn't processed it and it says abandoned, then you would think it just basically goes right as like a no result, kind of like your bet is
Well,
voided.
no, because if the 2/3 of a game are gone, then the result stands, like the current result. But depends. I guess it depends after what the league decides. Is it gonna be continued or is it gonna be not counted at all, or I don't know. Because honestly, neither team needs anything out of this
Well,
game.
my question would be like, I don't know, is there a type of rule? So like if the game has gone, well, evidently there isn't because they would have already made that decision. I was wondering like if it had gone certain, past a certain minute mark of the
Yeah,
match.
like I said, if the 2/3 of the game are gone, so 60 seconds, 63rd minute, I don't know. If it's past that point, then the result should stand. But I think it's also a contingent on what happens in the game. Is it
Yeah,
bad weather? Is it I don't know, right?
yeah,
But I guess we'll see, because I think this was the last game of the season, and since Club Brugge is now 2 points behind, Saint Gillois doesn't need anything to win the title, and Beerschot has been relegated since way back when because they have
yeah.
only 16 points. So there's really no point of playing that game, but we'll see how they will register it, I guess.
Well,
I
I mean,
haven't read anything.
you still have a chance. They haven't made a final decision. So to me, if it's that much gray area, they might just it might just be, which would be nice because that was your only one that didn't hit, right?
Yeah, exactly. That way,
We're both
it wouldn't be plus 200 parlay. It would be maybe plus 150 or something. Maybe a
Yeah,
bit
like
less.
he's saying, usually if it's abandoned, yeah, it's avoided. So I hope they do leave it like that, and then we actually both cash, which is as much as I rag you, I would love for us to both cash all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Errol, good morning, and Sean and P. So Errol saying Chelsea will go through, mark my words. I've looked at that game some. I need to look at it some more this evening. Yeah, I don't think that Chelsea losing the way they did the other day, I don't think that's going to factor into this one here. I kind of like Chelsea on a draw no bet. If I'm not mistaken, you get it at plus money. The one I'm really interested in is Bayern. I'm curious to see how that goes. I still think that there's value on the other side. I know Bayern plays better at home. Their defense is a little bit better. But I'm telling you right now, I put all the trust in the world and experience, and Unai Emery is a masterful tactician. If I'm not mistaken, again, and I don't think I am, I don't think Bayern Munich had a shot on target in the first half. That is the type of tactician.
In the first half?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or in the first leg of the game? Like
no, they had a shot on target. I think in the first half of that first leg, they didn't have.
Let's see. I will tell you right now.
But regardless, if they had one,
they did not have no.
Yeah, and when you take an offense as powerful as Bayern Munich, their defense is lackluster sometimes, but their offense is world class. Everything I'm reading is kind of like Bayern's at home here, so everyone's just expecting them to go in there and roll over a Villarreal. I don't see that. I mean, Villarreal also, Moreno hit the woodwork definitely once, possibly twice, so they could have scored more. But
I know they hit it once, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just more impressed with what they did defensively. I've never heard of anything keeping Bayern from having a shot on target. Now, does that mean I think that Bayern won't win here? But I still don't see it being where Villarreal should be a plus 1,000 underdog with, like I said, any day of the week. Give me coaching and experience, and Unai Emery is probably one of the best big game coaches, in my opinion, anyway.
Like you said, Villarreal definitely does not deserve to be a plus 1,000 underdog here, especially after Bayern Munich barely scored a goal against. Who did they play against?
Augsburg? Was it Augsburg?
Augsburg or Armenia? I'm not sure. I think it was Augsburg.
Augsburg, because I was on both teams to score in that one, and that was just a dreadful match.
Yeah, they barely won 1-0. Also, I read something interesting today that apparently Lewandowski has told the club that he is going to leave at the end of this season.
Oh, really? Do you know who's in hot pursuit of him? I mean, I know everybody would
Barcelona is apparently the biggest favorite to sign him.
Really? And so I guess what's his, Haaland? He's not going to Barcelona. You don't think? Because I know
No. I think that he declined their offer. I think once again the closest club to signing him is Manchester City, and I read today. So 75 million transfer fee to Borussia Dortmund.
But I thought
60,
you already declined Man City's offer.
apparently this is a new offer.
Oh,
60 million salary per season and 70 million fee to his agent, which is absolutely ridiculous.
yeah. How does I need to become his agent? How do you?
I mean, okay, if you're a player's agent, it shouldn't be the club that's buying your player paying you. It should be the player who's paying you, right?
Yeah, I don't know how they do all that with those crazy amounts of money, right? And especially like when Barcelona's involved and they're having like getting $1.5 billion loans from big banks. I don't know. They have financial trouble, but they wind up making all of these huge money moves. What's up, Steve? Steve's my main man, and
Yeah, Valicano scored. Thanks, Sean. I haven't even noticed.
well, I still have Valencia +1.
They
so-
did have a goal taken away as well in that
Yeah,
game.
they did.
No, I have another good news actually. If they decide to void or abandon that Saint Gillois game, we will also hit our video parlay.
Hit the video one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That would be nice. See, I haven't even kept up with it. I just assumed that it was a loss. I know they were talking about there was something going on with the fans, but yeah, I think it's looking kind of in our favor with taking such a long time to make a decision. Yeah, Steve is my my French league expert and Nordic footy expert.
Well groomed today. Well, thank you, Steve. I appreciate it.
Well groomed, yeah. See, what I'm trying to do is get Goran to stop cutting his hair so we can do black and white Kickdawgz photos. Because I mean, I think he would look amazing. He already looks like Elvis, you know what I mean? So you might as well get the Elvis hair. But he just won't listen to me. So Cody, who are you saying was plus 9.75? I'm not sure what you're talking. You'll have to.
Maybe Elvis is my distant cousin.
Probably. He's from Mississippi, so you could be related to me too, because I'm from Alabama. You never know. But yeah, what do you think? I was going to ask you about kind of getting back to Bayern. So I don't know. I don't think that Villarreal shut them out again. I mean, if they did, that would be an amazing feat. But do you think there's value? So you're getting evens, you're getting plus 100 on both teams to score and over. I don't think Villarreal just goes in there like everyone that I'm seeing talk about it, like that Bayern's just going to steamroll them. And that's just my opinion, and that's based on Emery's coaching. But I wouldn't. I think there's value on that at plus 100. But my favorite bet at minus 140, you get Villarreal +2. I do not see them losing.
You know what? This could easily turn out to be another Salzburg.
I don't think so, though. I think Villarreal has the coaching that Salzburg didn't. But
I
think
I agree. The fact is, and I think that everybody in Villarreal and even Unai Emery knows that 1-0 win from the first leg is not going to be enough for them to go through.
No, it's not.
So they will definitely need to go out and score a goal. Now,
right.
If they're going to concede the goal first and then they're going to have to start chasing that goal, that's not going to be a good thing for them. So I think that Villarreal has to go all out in the first 10-15 minutes and try to get to the scoreboard and then focus on defense, because as we saw, Bayern is kind of struggling with scoring goals right now. But
right,
if they concede first in the first half, I think they're going to get destroyed, to be honest.
I mean, I kind of disagree. I can see your point because I could see it going either way. But just Bayern's recent form, not just the first matchup versus Villarreal, but if I'm not mistaken, 4 of their last 5 or 6 have gone under. So Bayern, just a team you usually think of overs. And I've been saying all along in this competition with Villarreal, I just think there is no there's no replacement, right, for the type of coaching that Unai Emery. I mean, if you show me another coach that can match up versus Bayern and keep them from having a shot on target in an entire half of football, it's a testament to the players too, but I just think schematically he's just a brilliant coach. But I don't disagree. I mean, at home I could see Bayern putting up a few, but I don't think with their defense that they shut Villarreal out for the very reason you said. Villarreal, they're only up one, right? So I think both of these teams have to open up, and I think that can lend to both of them scoring, but it also leaves them both vulnerable defensively to concede also.
Yeah, like I mean, this is a pretty good situation for goals, to be honest, because we know that Bayern has to attack and score if they want to have a shot at advancing. Now, you did say that Unai Emery is a tactical genius, and I do agree. He is a fantastic coach, but it wouldn't be the first time that he has an advantage and that he has to just do something. Because when he was the coach at PSG, he had what 4-0, 4-1 or something against Barcelona from the first leg, and then he ended up losing
Yeah,
7-3 or something like that.
yeah,
I mean, Villarreal has been solid defensively this season, pretty much throughout the entire season. So far, they have a pretty good defense, but on the road they are a bit weaker, I would say, defensively. And now when they get to Allianz Arena in front of 70,000 fans, it's not gonna be easy to outplay Bayern Munich, despite their struggles, and they have a lot of struggles right now. So
yeah.
I think that the best bet you can take here is both teams to score it over 2.5 at plus money. I have it at plus
Yeah,
1 or 2 in my book, and I think
yeah.
honestly that's the best bet.
I do love that bet. There was value last time I mentioned on Villarreal in the last match to score first was almost plus 200. I think it was like plus 190. Um, I don't think both teams to score in the first half is out of the question here. I know that's going to be a huge price on that. Yeah, I like I said, I'm right in line with you with BTTS and over with the style that both of them have to play here. But my favorite bet that's not quite the value, obviously, is taking the alternate spread of Villarreal plus 2. It's like minus 135, minus 140, but I just don't see Villarreal getting destroyed. So
I was just looking at something else here. Let's see what else do we have here. Uh, so Thomas Mueller to give an assist at plus 140.
yep, that's definitely a look. I mean, that's his specialty, right? So
Yeah.
I could definitely see that, and getting at plus 140 is kind of the books, way of saying they could see that happening too. So
Or 0.5 first half is around minus 300 something, to be honest.
oh
It's
yeah,
it's
yeah, put that if you want. Minus 300 is actually not a bad price for a double. If you could find something else around the minus 200 range. Um, Yeah, but take a shot and see what the price of Villarreal, because like Goran said, I mean they have to come out firing here. So see what their Villarreal to score in the first half might not be, too bad. Maybe worth throwing half a unit on. I don't know. I just have a lot of trust in Unai Emery, but we
yeah.
shall see.
Lewandowski over 2.5 shots on target, minus 112.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I mean, the whole team in the first half didn't have shot on target. So I don't know. I'm really not big into player props in this one. I'm kind of just liking, or maybe Moreno have over 0.5 shots on target. I mean, because he did hit the
Yeah.
woodwork. Last one could have easily scored. So you never count that guy out.
Now about that Real Madrid Chelsea game, we know that Real Madrid has won the first leg 3-1 on the road, and that they have a huge advantage here. They did win in their La Liga game as well this past weekend, but I think Chelsea might have had a nice breakout win over the weekend as well. They just destroyed Southampton. It was 6-0. Uh, and it's not like Southampton is a bad team, to be honest. They have been playing poorly as of late, but pretty talented and a solid team. And then you get Chelsea 6-0. It was 4-0 in 31st minute. So
Yeah. Like I said, I kind of, so I tend to stay away why I'm definitely not staying away from Bayern is because it's so close, right? It's a 1 goal difference. But when when another team like Real Madrid is up so big, those tend to scare me away. But I do think there's value on plus money on Chelsea draw no bet, because I think they do come in with a lot of confidence. Even though, yeah, Southampton is not a bad side, but they're nothing like the team that they're about to face here.
Oh no, definitely.
But yeah, I think, I mean, Chelsea, they're one of those teams that can bust out at any time. And with Real Madrid being up, that's kind of where the guessing game comes into it, right? Like, I don't necessarily think that Real Madrid just sits back and just plays defense the whole time, but it could be, that they just try to hold on to the lead that they have. So I think Chelsea guns for it here because they have to. I mean, it's just that simple. So I definitely wouldn't be taking Real Madrid just because I don't know if they just drop back to play defense. So if I were going to play anything on this, I think it would be Chelsea draw no bet.
Yeah, I think if Real Madrid tries to focus on defense, I think they are going to pay the price because this 6-0 win is going to be huge for Chelsea mentally, and to get the fans back on their good side and stuff like that. And they are definitely capable of scoring a lot of goals. Mason Mount has been playing extremely well. Even Timo Werner has done some good things. So that tells you a lot.
And I wouldn't be opposed to taking, that's why I kind of like Chelsea on a draw no bet, because I could see them scoring more than one with the way that they have to go for it here. So when I think there's going to be multiple goals, that's when I start looking at a goal scorer. So like you said, Werner, Mason Mount, I think Kai Havertz is always a good bet. He's been really informed. So that's my first criterion when I'm looking for a scorer prop, right? That's why I'm going to stay away from Benzema here, who's my favorite player in the world, because I don't know what their tactic is going to be. But I think Chelsea score more than one. So, and do you have the numbers on what Chelsea's team total over one?
Plus 135. I was just going to say that. I think
I would take that bet right there.
A lot of value in that, like plus 135 for Chelsea team total.
Yeah.
Especially now after their offense has finally started producing something. So
I think it's been a long time though, hasn't it? I was listening to a podcast this morning about it. I can't remember exactly. I was doing other things, but to go into Real Madrid and score twice it's more difficult than you would think. But I think Chelsea have the firepower to do it. But I don't know. I think there's value on their team total, but I would say there's probably more value on a draw no bet.
We know that Lukaku has been sitting on the bench for a while now, but I think this might be one game where he's actually going to start because I don't know. It just seems like a good time to have a experienced striker in there and the striker that can do stuff on his own instead of waiting for the ball like Timo Werner is or whatever. But I don't know. We'll see what Tuchel is gonna do. But
I mean, when Kai Havertz came in there and kind of took over that role, I mean, as good as Lukaku is, I feel more confidence in Chelsea with him not in the starting lineup.
I guess we shall see tomorrow. But this team total Chelsea over 1.5 at plus 135. I think that's a fantastic bet, and the price is absolutely brilliant.
What is the price for Chelsea to score in the first half? Is that ridiculously expensive?
Chelsea to score in the first half?
Yeah.
Let me see. Plus 104.
Yeah, I think that's a decent look. Like I said, I'll be breaking this one down. I may tweet out a free play on it, but I'm going to be looking at lots and lots of different angles to find value in this one.
Now, Ashley, we are getting close to the end of our show. Do you think we have enough to give out the double here? Or maybe a 3-leg parlay?
For tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, I think so. Let me pull up the schedule real quick. I just glanced at it. Looks like my Valencia +1 was golden.
Yeah, it's 1-1.
We
do have some League One games, a couple of League One games in England as well.
For tomorrow, tomorrow's the 12th, right? Okay, yeah, making sure. Yeah, well, I mean, I think there's enough. Just we have Champions League quarterfinals, so I think I will. It's only minus 140. I think I'm going to take Villarreal +2. Watch them go in there and get the shit kicked out of them like 6-0.
Let me write this down. So Villarreal +2.
Yeah, but you know what? That's actually super cheap. So let me pull up Bavada here and see what I can get on +2.5. So we'll get a full win in case they lose by 2. You go ahead and get your.
Sean, you said no Belgian teams. Was Saint Gilloise marked as a loss on your book?
No Belgium teams, please. I'm with you, Sean.
You know what? I'll take over 2.5 in this Real Madrid and Chelsea game.
Not gonna take a shot at Chelsea. Let's see. Well, Villarreal just a score is minus 148. Oh, that's first half. Yeah. You know what? This is not a bad price for a double. So I'm actually going to take +2.5 on Villarreal because that's only minus 195. And that way, if they lose by 2, we get a full win there.
Let me put this here. Let's see what the total price is. It's minus 210 here in my book, but
You can use your numbers. That's fine.
plus 158 on a double.
Okay, so you're taking over 2.5 in Chelsea, and then I'm taking Villarreal +2.5.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will tell you guys, give you a heads up. So there's one I'm actually about to put in as a premium. It's not until Thursday. It's in the Europa Conference. Y'all know I'm a crackhead and I love those. While you're getting value on this team that just always seems to score more than once, I took them in a double yesterday and it hit Marseille. Take them team total over 1.5. It's dropped from +150 to +140. I will be taking that and riding that bike till the wheels fall off because they are just a team that puts up 2. They're playing payout. Yeah, and I just think there's tremendous value on a team that's consistently scoring 2 goals.
All right, guys. Then we have this double for tomorrow. So Bayern Villarreal +2.5 and Real Madrid Chelsea over 2.5 goals in the game, +158 in my book. Do your shopping and see where you get the best value. But I honestly think we're gonna see some goals in both of these games.
Yeah, I hope so. And yeah, I don't think taking Villarreal just to score, but yeah, keep in mind too if you guys just want to do singles that both teams are scoring over in that Bayern match at a little bit of plus money. It's not a bad look. But I'm just banking here that Unai Emery doesn't get his ass beaten pretty much.
Well, guys, we are at the end. Make sure you stay tuned for the videos coming up on YouTube later on today. And there will be a parlay video. We will try to do it a bit differently than we did on the live show. So maybe you'll like that one a bit more. But we will also have some previews up on the Kickdawgz later. So check those out. And that's it. Thank you for joining us, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. And we will see you again tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern.
Have a good one.